everyone. Thanks for tuning in to our show. I hope that we have so we have brought you guys some great information that you can use. I want to thank AOC, Cox Cable, and LUS and the six surrounding parishes for giving me this opportunity. And I enjoy gracing your homes every Thursday with information, news and information, and some inspiration for some of you guys, right? So tonight we're going to talk a little about sudden infant death syndrome awareness month. Remember this month, and I think that's what I'm going to do is to make sure that I'm sharing with you guys a lot of information about awarenesses that are happening in our state around the world um, concerning different things that we need to be aware of. It's because it's an educational way of us getting all this information out here to you guys, right? Because I know everybody doesn't have time to sit around and check this information out, or because we get curious, we want to know what's going on. Um, so I thought I would do this, kind of bring this to you guys, this information. We've covered a lot this month, and I just think that this would be some great information to talk about. Um, First of all, let's talk about what do sudden infant death syndrome mean, um, and I want to share that with you guys real quick here. Let's come off of here. Let's see here. I'm sorry. Let's go over here. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what is sudden death infant syndrome. What is it? And we're going to get this information. I love sharing this information, right? I'm going to share this information with you guys. Yes, yes, yes. And this comes from the Mayo Clinic. Okay. This information comes from the Mayo Clinic. So if you want to go and look this information up, it is there for you to look up. All right. So let me tell you something. Tonight, earlier, my son showed me something that I never done before on my computer. And I feel bad that I hadn't done it before, but he did show me something that I could do by zooming stuff in instead of struggling to read. All I had to do was zoom stuff in on this platform. I didn't know how to do it. Yeah, I did. Okay. I admit it, right? So we're talking about sudden infant death syndrome, and I'm quite sure there has been some people who have actually dealt with this and the devastation it can do to us, especially as mothers, right? So let's look at what the Mayo Clinic says it is. It says sudden death um, infant syndrome is the unexplained death of a baby, right? The baby is usually less than a year old and seems to be healthy. It often happens during sleep. Sudden infant death syndrome also is known as SIDS, right? It is sometimes called the crib death because infants often die in their cribs. Okay, so it's saying the cause of SIDS is unknown, but it may be caused by problems in the area of an infant's brain that controls breathing and waking up from sleep. It says that researchers have found some things that might put babies at a higher risk. They've also found some things that you can do to help protect your child from SIDS. The most important action may be to place your baby on the back to sleep. Okay. Um, the physical factors associated with SIDS include brain defects. Some infants are born with problems that make them more likely to die of SIDS. Okay, it says in many of these babies, the parts of the brain that controls breathing and waking up from sleep hasn't developed enough to work properly. Okay, another one is low birth weight, right? Being born early or being part of a multiple birth increases the chances that a baby's brain hasn't fully developed at birth. The baby may have less control over such automatic processes as breathing and heart rate. A respiratory infection. Many infants who died of SIDS had recently had a cold, or cold may lead to breathing problems. Okay, so let's talk about the sleeping factor, sleep factor. A baby's sleeping position, items in the crib, and other conditions may increase the risk of SIDS. So this includes like sleeping on the stomach or side. Babies placed in these positions to sleep might have more trouble breathing than those placed on their backs. Sleeping on a soft surface, lying face down on a fluffy comforter, a soft mattress, or a waterbed can block an infant's airway. Hmm, wow. Sharing a bed, the risk of SIDS rises if a baby sleeps in the same bed with parents, siblings, or pets. But it may help if the infant sleeps in a separate bed in the same room with parents. That seems to lower the risk of SIDS. Overheating, being too warm while sleeping can increase a baby's risk of SIDS. So let's look at our risk factors. So it says SIDS can happen to any infant, but researchers have found several factors that might raise the risk. That includes sex. Boys are slightly more likely than girls to die of SIDS. The age, the infants are at higher risk between the second and fourth months of their lives. Race, for reasons that aren't well understood, SIDS occurs more often in Black, Native American, and Alaskan Native infants. Did not know that. Family history. Babies with siblings who died of SIDS are at a higher risk of SIDS. Didn't know that either. Secondhand smoke. Babies who live with smokers have a higher risk of SIDS. Premature births. Being born early and having a low birth weight increases a baby's chances of SIDS. So let's talk about the mother. First of all, let me do something here. We're going to come back to that. I want to do something here. Okay. Let's before I finish that, let's see if I can go here. Share this video. I'm gonna get back into that, but I want to do this video with you guys.
Says we are in a breakthrough moment when it comes to figuring out what causes some of those deaths.
And as KEMO's Molly Shen reports, the science ties back to a local baby's sudden death nearly 22 years ago.
All right, well, this is Aaron, just probably a few minutes old, I think, in this photo.
Aaron Cahan was the first boy in a family that included 3 big sisters.
Only a picture of the whole family. Yeah.
But the son Heather and John Cahan dreamed of stopped breathing just 5 hours after his birth. Aaron became one of the thousands of children to die every year with no known cause other than sudden infant death syndrome.
When the cause of death is labeled as SIDS, you know, what that means is there's no medical explanation at all for what happened. And so you're wondering even more, well then, oh my gosh, maybe could we have done, you know, something differently that would have taken us down a different path.
It is a question that carries guilt and deep sorrow.
You can look at all sorts of correlations over here.
The Cahans turned their grief into action, creating a nonprofit that brought researchers from Seattle Children's together with data scientists at Microsoft, where John worked at the time. The team performed whole genome sequencing on 144 children who died sudden, unexplained deaths, and recently discovered variants in 8 genes that hadn't previously been associated associated with SIDS. While those gene variants don't inevitably lead to SIDS, they do signal a risk, and remarkably are also seen in people who die other sudden deaths, including sudden cardiac arrest.
25 years of research is now transforming SIDS into a disorder, a clear, it's like epilepsy, it's like cardiac death. There's something defined that causes it.
The very first child to be analyzed and found to carry the risky gene mutations, Aaron Cahan. Decades after his death, his parents finally know they did nothing wrong.
It's very freeing. I mean, I'm just so incredibly grateful to the scientists and the medical researchers who have just, their perseverance got us to this point. And it's a gift, really.
A gift to Aaron's parents, but an even greater gift to future children. Next, scientists hope to develop a prenatal or at-birth genetic test that would reveal that higher risk of SIDS so doctors can intervene.
I mean, look how proud I am of my son. You know, he was only here for 5 hours, but look how many things he's done in his life, which is really incredible. And not just for us, but for parents all over the world.
Aaron's life was much too short, but his legacy in unraveling SIDS is everlasting. Molly Shen, Como News.
Okay, I apologize for that. I don't know what it came up. You guys, I'm sorry. I have put my headphones on. I apologize for that. Okay. I was trying to listen at the same time. It's something. Okay, so let's go back to this right here. Let's go back over here. Let's see here. So I guess that's good to know now that they found a gene, a genetic, that there's a genetic mutation to it, and they found it out using a baby, right, that passed away with it. Okay, so let's talk about the risk factors in mothers. During pregnancy, mothers also affect their baby's risk of SIDS, especially if they are younger than 20, smoke cigarettes, use drugs or alcohol, do not receive good medical care while pregnant. There's no definite way to prevent SIDS. That's talking about prevention, but you can help your baby sleep more safely by doing the following tips. So, back to sleep. Place your baby to sleep in a correct position on the back. Be sure to use the back position every time you or anyone else puts your baby to sleep for the first year of their life. Don't trust that others will place your baby to sleep in the correct position. Insist on it. This won't be needed once your baby can roll over both ways without help. Don't put your baby on the stomach or on the side to sleep. Advise a caregiver to only use the stomach position when the baby and the caregiver are both in the same room and both are awake. Short periods of tummy time help a baby build muscle strength, but the baby should never be left alone during tummy time. Keep the crib as bare as possible. Use a firm, flat mattress. Make sure the mattress does not sit at an angle or higher than 10 degrees. Avoid placing your baby on thick, fluffy padding, such as lambskin or a thick quilt. Don't leave pillows, fluffy toys, or stuffed animals in the crib. They can cause problems with breathing if your baby's face presses against them. Don't overheat your baby. To keep your baby warm, try sleep sack or dress your baby in layers instead of using blankets. Don't cover your baby's head. Have your baby sleep in your room. If possible, your baby should sleep in your room in your room with you, but not in the same bed. Have your baby sleep alone in a crib or bassinet with a mattress designed for infant bedding. Your baby should sleep in the same room with you for at least 6 months. Wow. Adult beds aren't safe for infants. A baby can become trapped and suffocate between the headboards and slats, especially when they're moving around. Those are the spaces between the mattress and the bed frame. Wow. The baby also can get trapped in the space between the mattress and the wall. And a baby can suffocate if the sleeping parent accidentally rolls on them and covers the baby's nose and mouth. That's right. So those are the reasons why you should not let your baby sleep in the bed with you for the first 6 months to a year. Breastfeed your baby if possible. Breastfeeding for at least 6 months to a year lowers the risk of SIDS. Did not know that. Don't use baby monitors and other commercial devices that claim to reduce the risk of SIDS. That is not true. The American Academy of Pediatrics discourages the use of monitors and other devices. These devices do not prevent SIDS, and they cannot be used instead of safe sleep practices. So, in other words, your baby need to be in there with you, not in a whole nother room. And I see that in a lot of movies, and I see that where people put their babies in other rooms. No. My son slept in the bassinet next to my bed majority of his baby time. I did not believe in him being in a whole nother room from me. He had to be up under me. Offer a pacifier. Sucking on pacifiers at nap time or bedtime may reduce the risk of SIDS. Make sure the pacifier does not have a strap or a cord. Just stick it in there without all that extra stuff on it. If you're breastfeeding, wait to offer a pacifier until you and your baby have settled into a nursing routine. So don't just stick it in their mouths unless you already know when to nurse, right? It usually takes 3 to 4 weeks to set up a nursing routine. If your baby is not interested in the pacifier, don't force it. Try again another day. If the pacifier falls out while your baby is sleeping, don't put it back in. Let them sleep. Vaccinate your baby. There's no evidence that recommends shots to protect against diseases increase the risk of SIDS. Some evidence show that such shots may help prevent SIDS. I'm not going there when it comes to trying to diagnose anybody. Trying to tell you what to do with your baby. I'm not in that. That's not me. So thought that was very interesting. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this about safe sleep. To kind of know what it is. Baby.
It's crazy. Opsilora, kick the itch.
Kick the itch. Hello, my name is Maddie, and I'm a Safe Sleep Ambassador here at Torrance Memorial. We want to highlight a very important and sensitive topic for our most precious patients, safe sleep for your baby. At Torrance Memorial, we deliver more than expert care. Our maternal child staff, physicians, and specialists have dedicated themselves to ending sleep-related infant deaths in our community. In 2020, we were recognized by the National Safe Sleep Hospital Certification Program for our commitment to best practices and education on infant safe sleep, making Torrance Memorial the first hospital in LA County to be officially recognized as a Cribs for Kids National Bronze Certified Safe Sleep Hospital. Now in this video, we will provide steps to create a safe sleep environment for your baby and lower the risk of sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS, and other accidental sleep-related deaths. Every year in the U.S., thousands of babies tragically die suddenly and unexpectedly. SIDS is the leading cause of death among babies between 1 month and 1 year of age, mostly occurring when the baby is between 1 to 4 months of age. Other sleep-related causes of infant death, which are usually accidental, are suffocation, entrapment, and strangulation. We care for our patients like our own family, so we want to ensure that new patients are equipped with the knowledge on how to ensure safe sleep and protect those we love most. So let's walk through some of the best practices for infant safe sleep. There are preventative measures for pregnant women that can help reduce the risk of SIDS, including regular prenatal care checkups and avoiding smoking, drinking alcohol, using marijuana, and illegal drugs. Additionally, after your baby is born, do not allow smoking around your baby or in your baby's sleep environment. Room sharing reduces the risk for SIDS, but sharing a bed with your baby increases the risk for sleep-related deaths. We feel it's ideal for you to share your room with your baby for at least the first 6 months to a year. If you bring your baby into bed with you for feeding or comforting, make sure to return the baby to their own sleep area designed for infants on their back on a firm surface. When you and your baby go home, make sure to give your baby plenty of observed tummy time when they're awake to strengthen your baby's muscles. Now, many moms and moms-to-be may not know that babies who are breastfed are at lower risk for SIDS compared to babies who were never fed breast milk. According to research, the longer you exclusively breastfeed your baby, meaning not supplementing with formula or solid food, the lower his or her risk of SIDS. Babies need to be placed on their back to sleep for every sleep, including naps and at night. Starting out on their back is the most important for reducing SIDS risk. If the baby rolls over themselves, there's no need to reposition the baby. Babies need to be placed on a firm surface without blankets, pillows, and toys to ensure the safest sleep environment. Avoid letting your baby get too hot during sleep. Dress your baby in sleep clothing, such as a wearable blanket, designed to keep the baby warm without the need of loose blankets. Remember, if you are warm, your baby's warm. Look for signs of overheating, such as sweating, and by touching their chest to see if they feel hot. Never cover the baby's face, and keep their head uncovered during sleep. When you deliver your bundle of joy at Torrance Memorial, we will send you home with a safe sleep swaddle as well as training on how to properly swaddle your little one. For more help, visit our website at torrancememorial.org/maternity or call to speak with a Safe Sleep Ambassador at 310-517-1040.
Wow. That was very, very interesting information that was shared there. Wow. Okay. So, whew, to think about, you're thinking you're doing all the right things for your baby, and you realize that, mm, no one taught you what to do. And I'm quite sure now in hospitals, I don't remember any type of classes or anything like that. And my son's 40 something years old. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember being taught how to do any of that at all. Nobody coming to me telling me the risk factors of SID. I don't remember none of that. I don't know if it was just the time, the timing, or what. I was just blessed to have. Well, my mom was in my life because I was still young. I was old, but I was young. I wasn't mature when it came to babies. But my mom was in my life, so that really, really, really helped out a lot for me, is having my mom in my life and showing me how to do things, and being there for me. And it's a blessing to have your mom there. Anybody who had their mom in their lives when they had babies, definitely, it was definitely a blessing, in disguise, for her to be part of me and my baby's life. And she's always been a part of our lives. Even when I became a grown woman, I made sure, she was there for me when I went into the military. When I went to Saudi, when I had to go in and out of the country, my mom was there for me. So she was there to the bitter end. I mean, I will definitely have to give that to her. She was there for me. But I don't remember a hospital. I don't remember any classes being taken. All I know is I had a baby and I had to take care of it. That's all I did. And I'm so glad that we do now have the technology. We have the ways and means to teach people. I think that's a great video that was shown how to lay the baby down, how to take care of the baby, what to do when it comes to SIDS. And it's sad that there's really nothing we can do about it. That's the sad part about it. That there's nothing. I mean, there are things we could do, but the overall is we really can't. We just have to take those precautions when it comes to SIDS. Okay. And I think we kind of talked about this already, but I'm gonna we can go back over what SIDS is again. Let's see here. She has a video. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna share. Actually, it was on. I did actually see it on YouTube, but we can play it from here.
Sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, is the sudden death of a child under the age of 1 that cannot otherwise be explained. SIDS is sometimes called crib death because the death usually occurs during sleep when a child may be in a crib. In the United States, SIDS is the leading cause of death for children between 1 month and 1 year of age. Most SIDS deaths happen within the first 6 months of life. Death from SIDS is sudden and unpredictable. In most cases, the child seems healthy before death. Can SIDS be prevented? Because we still don't know exactly why SIDS occurs, we can't currently prevent it from happening, but you can take action to greatly reduce your baby's risk. You can begin to care for your baby even before they're born. SIDS is more common in babies whose mothers smoke during pregnancy or who share a home with someone who smokes. SIDS is more common among babies whose mothers did not get regular prenatal care, so seeking care while pregnant can reduce your baby's risk. Planning to breastfeed is also helpful, as breastfeeding may reduce the risk of SIDS. Once your baby is born, there are some steps you can take to lower their risk of dying from SIDS. Make sure you place your baby on their back to sleep. It's simple, and studies show that putting babies to sleep on their backs has reduced SIDS cases by as much as half. It's also important to make sure your baby is sleeping on a firm, flat surface. For example, a crib mattress covered by a fitted sheet. It's not safe to let babies sleep on things like pillows, sheepskins, or waterbeds. Keep your baby's sleeping area free of loose, fluffy blankets and stuffed toys. And make sure your baby doesn't get too hot when they sleep. An overheated baby may fall into such a deep sleep that it may be harder for them to wake. Bring your baby's crib into your bedroom for the first 6 months. It may be easier to monitor your baby's sleep if they're closer to you, but don't bring the baby into your bed. Some studies suggest bed sharing under certain conditions may increase the risk of SIDS. Make sure that anyone who cares for your baby, including grandparents, babysitters, and daycare providers, also follow these rules. Babies who are born prematurely are at higher risk of SIDS and may benefit from special monitoring during the first 6 months of life. Talk to your child's doctor about this if it applies. What causes SIDS? Many doctors and researchers think SIDS happens when a baby is born with a problem that causes them to have trouble waking up from sleep. The baby may not be able to sense when they don't have enough oxygen or when there is too much carbon dioxide in their blood. When babies sleep on their stomach or side, they may rebreathe the carbon dioxide they exhale. Normally, this would cause the baby to wake up, turn their head, and breathe faster to get more oxygen. SIDS babies, however, may not do this. The triple risk model for SIDS offers a possible explanation. In this model, SIDS happens when 3 different risks are all present at once. First, the infant has a brain abnormality that makes them unable to respond to low oxygen or high carbon dioxide blood levels. Second, the infant is exposed to a triggering event, such as sleeping face down on their tummy. And third, these events occur during the first 6 months of life when an infant is most vulnerable. How is SIDS diagnosed? A baby is determined to have died from SIDS if no cause of death can be identified following a thorough investigation. SIDS is listed as a cause of death only when other causes have been ruled out. From first conversations to treatment, Boston Children's Hospital is committed to keeping children and adolescents healthy. For more information on SIDS, please speak with your primary care provider or visit bostonchildrens.org.
All right, so that was some great information about SIDS. And I hope this was going to be able to help somebody with this information. I want to talk about something else, and I had the opportunity to talk about it on my other show I do today. I hope this information again helps you guys with this, and I'm so glad I'm able to do this. There's something else I want to talk to you guys about, and I was thinking earlier about the ideal. Just in case you guys are curious about my mannequin behind me, I wear many hats. Okay, one of the hats I wear is maybe I'll tell you this. I tell you what, you can visit my Talk Shop Live. If you go to Talk Shop Live, Vita One Clothing, you'll find that information over there. I'll just say it to you like that, and you can shop. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. But that's what she's there. I thought I told you guys that already. And she just stands behind me to make sure I'm all right. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's not professional. But no, she's there because I had just got through doing another show. So what I wanted to say is I talked about on my other show. I talked about our energy levels. With all this that's going on right now, I know we're having some issues with our energy. I know lots of people energy levels are probably not where they were before all this this stuff started happening, right? I know that we have been dealing with a lot. Okay, I think we have been dealing with a whole lot of situations and things, and that we need to be able to deal with our we should be able to deal with when our energies get low. And this is not always about well, I guess you would say it is about things that are happening to us in our lives. um but I think we need that. We need to kind of look at things and go back and double check some of the stuff that we say and do, and the actions. You know, our actions are very important to how we handle the stress of life on a daily basis, not just because of all the craziness that's going on right now, but how do we handle a lot of things that we deal with on a daily basis. When we talk about our relationships, when we talk about when I say relationship, our romantic relationships, our love relationships, our family relationships, our children. How do we, in our work relationships, what are we doing to get ourselves out of some of these modes? And what I noticed is a lot of times we, you know, after a hard day's of work, we either going to drink something or we're going to smoke something. For some reason, that seems to relax us. Doesn't take away the problem, but it relaxes us. And I guess relaxation is very important. But I do want to say this. Um, Could there be another way that we could handle our stress um, other than drinking and smoking? Anybody? Could it be something that we could do it's not going to hurt us in the long run? Smoking and drinking can hurt you in the long run when you think about it. Um, but can we do something other than that? So when I was thinking about that, and I don't know if you guys know, I also write, I have a website on Substack where I was talking about energy and the different things that we could do for our energy, because that was one of my posts I think it was yesterday or today. I can't remember which one it was, but I talked about the different things we can do when stress or when our energy level is down. I basically told them that when mine's down, I go to sleep. I go and rest. I will shut down everything and I will definitely get some rest because I need that. On Wednesday is my day because I have a lot going on Wednesday. I don't know how I set my schedule up to put everything on Wednesday. Whenever I'm doing my videos, whenever I'm doing my filming, I do a lot. And my other shows, I got it stuck on Wednesday, right? So I kind of scheduled myself. Like two, I do I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but I do readings, right? Um and it helps with my coaching, you guys, really it does. So I do two of those and I do them like an hour a piece. So by 4 o'clock, I'm done. I start about 2, and that's 2 hours at the most, right? And I do this for me because I have another show that comes on Wednesdays um, around 7 o'clock, and that's my Talk Shop live show that comes on. So, what I've started doing, my routine when I did decide to do what I'm doing was to take a nap. So, what I do is I sleep from 4 o'clock to about 6. Okay, from 4 to 6. So, I get that 2 hour block of sleep. If I don't sleep, I just relax. I just lay there. Okay. And it helps me out so much. So when I do get ready to go live, I'm ready. I'm fresh. I'm moving. I got my energy back. I'm moving. I got everything. I'm feeling good. My head is clear. I can do it. So that right there is when my energy level is low because I'm doing all these things. I know that by that time I'm going to be resting. I'm serious. I shut down everything and I get in my bed and I crawl and I cover up and I'm out like a light. Or if I can't just settle myself down to sleep, I'm going to relax and I'm not getting up until that time, till it's time for me to get up. And it makes me feel so much better because I know my night is not done. I know I have 2 shows I do on Wednesdays like that, back to back. So, but tonight I needed it. Tonight I did it different. I mean, Wednesday night I did it a little different. I say tonight, I don't know why I said tonight. But Wednesday night I did it a little different. And what I did was I I took the time that I usually come on at 7 on my Talk Shop live show. At 7 o'clock, I pushed it back to 8:45. I pushed it back because I was coming up against my other show that was coming on, but it so happened I have another host that can host that show while I was doing my Talk Shop live show. I still got my rest. I still got a lot of stuff done. I was telling them on my shop show that I was able to feed the dogs because my dogs actually don't eat dry dog food. Well, they snack on dry dog food, but they're not dog food. They're not dry dog food eaters. They actually eat what we eat. I'm being honest. My dogs actually eat what we eat. Um, for some reason, I need to feed my dogs the same food we do. So I'll cook for my dogs. Um, and so I was able to cook for my dogs, get their food ready. Me and my husband take turns cooking for them. So this was my night. So I went on and did everything I had to do before I even came on camera to do my live. I did all that, got all of that done, and it felt so much better. But I put that time back. I told them our regular scheduled program will be coming back at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I just needed a little bit more extra time because today was kind of a rough day for me. Nothing no one did to me or anything like that. It was just a rough day for me, period. And I needed that time. So I'm saying, I mean, yesterday was a very rough day. See, do you see how mixed up I can get? Yesterday was a very rough day for me. Um, and I was like a little bit kind of lagging. So I know my energy was kind of drained. So that's why I laid a little bit longer than normal, and I got that energy back. So I want to share with you real quick. I'm not going to take long with the information that I'm going to share with you that I would like for you to take on or do for yourself when you feel like your energy is actually, are you feeling in a draining mode? This is something I'm asking or requesting or suggesting. It should be more of what I want to say. Suggesting to you that you think about doing. Um, let's see here. Okay. Just give me a moment. I got to put my head together. Got to put my head together. Um, so some of the things that I'm actually suggesting to you, advising to do is when you get an opportunity, get to somewhere quiet if you can. Find somewhere quiet. I know when you're at work, it's not always easy, but find somewhere quiet. And I would like you to do a breathing exercise. And the exercise that I would like to see you do or would suggest you to do is to inhale, fill your lungs, right? Inhale, count to 5, exhale, and count to 5. And I want you to do that 5 times. Then I would like for you, if you can, jot down on a piece of paper or whatever in your journal how that made you feel. Did you feel a little bit better if you were in that mode of your energy being drained? Then I would like for you to take some time. This is different. Take some time and hug yourself. And hug yourself for 2 minutes. And while you're hugging yourself, tell yourself something good about yourself. Uh, just anything that comes to your mind that you think about that's good about you. Tell it, say it out loud to yourself. Now, if you're in a position where you can't say it out loud, say it to yourself. As long as you are speaking positivity into yourself, that's where you're going to start seeing things change. Because words are powerful. Words mean things. So if you're constantly talking down to yourself, you are going to constantly feel like crap. If you're not saying good things about who you are, what you've done, and you're hugging yourself at the same time, you're not going to feel that love that you're needing. Okay. Well, I don't need love. I got love for my family. It's not the same love. It's not the same love. And when you love yourself, that's not the same love. And sometimes I wonder how people can love other people and not love themselves. I don't understand that. I think I wrote about that in one of my books. I don't get it. I don't understand how you can give all the love to everybody else, but you ignore the love you need for yourself. And you go through life and you find ways of coping, which are not healthy ways of coping when your energy is low. How do you function when your energy is low? How do you say, okay, I gotta figure out how am I going to get through this moment in my life? And that's why it's so important to hug yourself, to make yourself feel good. That anything that you have accomplished, that anything that you've done, anything that you're so proud of yourself, okay? I'm so proud that I can smile. I'm so proud that I can cry when I need to cry. It's healthy. If you can say certain things to yourself, talk yourself into caring about yourself and quit ignoring who you are, okay? And what you are and what you've done. Now, let me say this about some people. Some people just have low energy. Some people just grovel in having low energy and complaining about it. Okay. Some people are like that, but that doesn't have to be you. Okay. That definitely does not have to be you. You can be a better person. You can do better things. You can feel good about yourself. Okay. It's all about you. It's not me. It's not anybody else. It's not your coworker. It's not your boss. It's not your husband. It's not your children. It's you. Because at the end of the day, who's going to take care of you when things get rough? Who are going to take care of you? You have nobody but yourself. You know, when I say take care of you physically, I'm talking about the mental part of you. Who's going to be there for you on the mental to encourage you to take care of yourself, right? Um, Another thing I want to see you guys, so I'm going to suggest when your energy get low, is to do some mirror work. What the world is mirror work? I would like for you to stand in front of the mirror, sit in front of the mirror, and just stare at yourself for a minute. Yeah, stare at yourself for a minute. And then start talking to yourself. If you can't talk out loud, talk to yourself. Start saying good things about yourself. You will have a whole different attitude toward who you are, what you've done about you. In order for you to get your energy back where you need it to be, is certain things that you have to do. This is all about you. Okay? When you're drained, you have to have a way of rebuilding that. You got to figure out a way that works for you. Those are just suggestions. The breathing exercise, the hugging exercise, and the mirror exercise are all things that you can definitely try on your own to get your energy level back up. Another thing is ground yourself. Go outside or go for a walk. Okay. Go for a walk. Um, Again, while you're out there, make sure you're doing some breathing, exhaling and inhaling, taking in that oxygen, cleaning out all the negative stuff that's going on. We talk about our throat chakra, okay? So when you're breathing in, you're getting rid of all that stuff that's just sitting on top of your throat chakra, right? Um, think about it in that way. Think about your heart chakra, clearing out your lungs where your heart has to be maintained. Okay. Think about all those things that you can remove out of you. Think about your sacral chakra. Okay. Um, Removing all those things that negativity out of you. Watch how your body changes when you do that. And in the process, make sure you're talking to yourself, saying nice and good things about yourself in that process. Just watch how your body reacts to it. Okay. I was telling them also, I shared a story with them. This happened years ago, but it was, I had a heated argument with my husband, and I left the house and I started walking. I don't know if I was talking to myself or not. I just started walking. I walked. And when I came back, I didn't realize what I was mad about. I mean, it's like, whew, whatever that was grabbing at me to be angry, it died. It left. So when I came back to the house, I was more calmer. I felt better. And if whatever I was talking about actually drained me, I was no longer drained. I had enough of fresh air, oxygen, and I live in a rural area, so I got everything that I needed. When I came back, I was no longer angry. I was no longer burdened with whatever that situation was. I felt so much better. So I'm saying this to say, I said that to say this. It works. Nature works. We just got to know how to work with nature, right? We've got to partner with nature because it is a natural healing. It is a natural way of doing things. And sometimes this is kind of hard for people who are not emotionally intelligent. This is not to say anything bad about a person. This is just to let you know sometimes when we're not emotionally there, we don't know what it is when our energy leaves us. We don't know what it is. We really don't. We're clueless on what it is when our energy leaves us. Okay. Um, and it's kind of sometimes it could be scary because the exhaustion can happen. You can almost make yourself sick and not even know that you're doing it. Okay. You don't understand why it's happening, right? Um, you're thinking, um, you thinking that, hey, I'm just exhausted, I'm tired, it's nothing serious. But lots of times it's very serious. Okay. Um, Also, another thing is think about this. You can also play some music that you love, your favorite song. I know sometimes when I'm sitting here and I'm doodling or I'm trying to put something together, what I realize is when I get stressed, I play music. I go right to YouTube or I'll play one of my albums that I created and play that playlist, and I feel so much better. So we're going to talk about this real quick. I want to go into this real quick, kind of share this with you guys. Um, I know Google is not the greatest place to find information, but it's quick for me. So it says to check your energy, you can monitor your personal energy levels by taking a break and doing something restorative, or you can check your home's energy consumption by reading your utility meter. Okay, that's not the kind of energy I'm talking about, you guys. I'm talking about your personal energy, right? So basically, it's saying take a break, go for a walk, sit in the sunshine, or listen to uplifting music. I just said that, right? Practice self care, take a shower, make a healthy meal, or enjoy favorite coffee treat. Another way of doing it. Connect with others, call a trusted friend. They help out all the time, you guys, I'm telling you. Or spend quality time with family. Not if family is the problem of your draining your energy, right? Reflect, write in a journal, read a book. Oh, yes, 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 yes. And then it says disconnect, put your phone away for a set amount of time and reset. Those work all the time, right? Um, they really, really help. Um, and when you're doing that, um, let's see here. I want to see something here. Okay, your energy is like a battery to your phone. Let's see if you can see this. It's weird that oh yeah, you can see it. Okay. So let's see what it says here. It says your energy is like the battery in your phone. You want to keep it charged so you can use it when you need it. There are 5 battery dimensions that drive your energy: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social. Yes, 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 yes. It says the anonymous energy check helps you sustain your productivity and well-being more effectively. It's 50 key indicators and habits and preparations to show how you care for your energy. Oh, this is actually an energy check. The questionnaire takes probably 10 minutes. We're not going to do it. But I know, you know what? I'm glad I found this because I'm going to use this. We can do this on the show, but I'll do it at another time. Maybe the first part of the month. Next Thursday would be a way we can do this. We can see. Let's see what happens. Oh, you can actually start it. So we're going to do that. I think that's cool. Okay. Awesome. Definitely awesome. 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 So I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. I want to make sure that, yeah, energy check. I am definitely going to, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, there we go. I'm definitely going to do that. I think that's very interesting, and I can do that. Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us here. Definitely check me out on my other website. You can go to You Can't Clip My Wings. You know, I talk about that all the time. You can go to my Substack if you're really interested in what I share on there. Substack. You can go over there and let's see if I can add that to. Oh, I don't know if I can put that on. I don't know if I can add that on the screen because I don't know if I have a white. No, I don't have a whiteboard on here. But anyway, you can go to youcan'tclipmywings.com and check that out. You can also go to Talk Shop Live is our other channel, and it's called Vita One Clothing. You can check that out. You can also, to check me out here on Empowered Her Talk Show. I'm trying to figure out where you can go to our YouTube channel, Salita McCall, and catch some of our shows over there also. So there's plenty of places to find me. You can go to my Facebook page if you want to tread in that direction because it's very rebel. Very, very. My my Facebook page is not about being tootsie cootsy and cute like I am over here. That's a whole nother war zone over there, right? So I usually don't tell anybody to go there because they'll see the different side of me, right? But anyway, I'll be back next Thursday. Next Thursday will be the first. That'll be the 1st of November. No, next Thursday will be the what of November? Let me see. Let's see. Thursday, our first Thursday, is going to be the 6th of November. So the 6th of November is next. Does that sound right? Let me see, y'all. Yeah, 6th of November. So we're already kicking it off. We're already kicking it off. We're already going into almost the mid part of the beginning of November is almost going to be over with by next Thursday. Wow. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, check me out next Thursday. And we'll be talking about, I'm thinking, are we going to still do the awarenesses? Is that important? Let's see what we have for November. Yes, I keep notes. I have to. But I don't have my November note. No, I did. Okay, I don't have my November notes. We do have. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I found it. Wow. We got medical science, epilepsy, National Pet Cancer Awareness. Didn't know that. Diabetes, eyes, National Hospice, palliative care, Alzheimer's Awareness Month, Stomach Cancer Awareness Month, Lung Cancer Awareness Month. We're not doing all of these, you guys. It's only 4 Thursdays in the month. So, family, military family, National Diabetes, Worldwide, Bereaved Sibling Month. Wow. Family Caregiver Month. That would be a good one. World's Vegan Month, National Impotency Month. That might be a good one. Long-Term Care Awareness Month, Native American Awareness Month, and Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. Good. Those are some good ones. Definitely. So we'll pick 4 out of those that we'll bring to you. And you know what I'll do? I won't spend the whole show talking about them. We can split it in half like we kind of did this show. So I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us here on the Empower Her Talk Show. I hope this information, you guys can use it. Definitely be careful when you have babies. Pay attention. Do not put your baby on her stomach. Lay your baby on his or her back. Make sure the mattress is firm. Make sure that you're breastfeeding, okay, if you're able to, right? Make sure you do not layer them in a whole bunch of blankets. Do not have a lot of things in their cribs. The first 6 months, allow them to sleep in the room with you, not with you, but in the room with you. That means in their own bassinets, right? All right. So, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a good evening and bye bye.